welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and stay part of this awesome family. And if you are an old subscriber, welcome back. I hope you're happy to see me. So I decided to create some content this morning because I've actually been missing out on like so many moments, like so much happens and I am not creating because I am waiting for things to be in a particular way. For instance, I haven't been creating for like the past 3 weeks because I was waiting for my new phone, and it's almost a month and it just still hasn't come. So I'm also realizing that while I wait for something else to come together, I'm actually I'm not capturing so many important moments in my life and so many important milestones and transitions. So this morning it's still morning. I'm gonna go to my mother's house and I'm gonna spend a few days with them, and it's something that I have been putting off for quite some time, but I'm always challenged with the fact that it's different when I go there alone and when I go there with my partner. So I wanted to go alone so that I can bond with the kids. And with that being said, I also don't know how I feel about being here alone. I don't think I like it. Like, I'm such a sucker for being next to my partner. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for this weekend. So that's why I thought maybe it's the best time for me to go and visit my mom and the kids. It's almost midday and I haven't eaten anything. And when I'm going through it all, that's like one of the things I don't like about myself. Like I just never eat, and I do feel like I should eat something, but I just don't feel like it. So I'm going to be having my breakfast blend while I share a few things with you guys. So what I wanted to actually talk about is the fact that for a very long time in my relationship, I don't know why, I always understood when my partner is not around and I get to go and meet my friends and be with my family without him around. For quite a very long time in our relationship, I understood that as an opportunity to go and be youthful and without youthful, wild, a child all over again. And for quite a very long time, I'm now realizing that not so much. That's actually not how it's supposed to happen. Yes, reconnect with my friends, get to see everyone, talk to my friends that I don't get to talk to in a very long time, but not really doing things that I don't get to do because I always go home with my partner. Or how can I put it? Okay, it has gotten to that point that it has gotten to that point where I realize that if I'm going to understand going home and reconnecting with my friends as a time for me to be my old self, then my relationship is not going to grow. And it actually took me so long for me to realize this, because at some point I remember my partner was just not complaining about it anymore. I would go home on a Friday and come back on a Sunday, and we wouldn't fight, but there would be a communication breakdown. I would go out with my friends on Friday night, talk to him Saturday morning, and find out what he's planning for the day, and then I just go to my friends and I hang out with them, knowing that Sunday I need to come back home. And it was just not healthy for a very long time. And I'm realizing now this specific weekend that I'm going to go home, I'm realizing that I don't feel like doing any of the festivities that I usually get up to when I go home. And it just goes back to the fact that nobody can tell you that you should grow up now, and nobody can tell you to grow up. It must just come to you. So I'm just realizing that now, for the past, I don't know how long, for the past almost a year or something, like it's just been different. Like every time I go home, my friends don't even know I'm home. I don't know for how long. It's been so long, and my friends don't even know I'm home. And by the time I get to see a friend or two, it's already time for me to come back to East London. And I've been really happy about spending more time with my family. And with this growing up, I'm also just worried. I'm scared I am starting to get boring. I'm really just scared I'm starting to get boring. Like, I don't want that, but I have just changed so much. And because with most of my friends, when I go home, the most exciting thing about being around was getting up to the festivities, because that was more common. When I don't want to do that, I kind of run out of people to engage with, and then I just spend more time at home. And I really do not want to regard so many people as my festive friends. It's so much nicer when we are festive than going home for a weekend and getting bored with them, because all I do these days is just sit at home and be bored with my family, teach the kids how to cook something. And it's actually how it's supposed to be. I'm in my early 30s, and also I actually don't talk enough about this thing of responsibility. I think what people don't understand most of my life is that I've never really had responsibilities like everyone else, like most people. I've never really had responsibilities like having to stay at home and babysit a child, or I've never had any of those responsibilities, which made me, in most of my friendships, it made me available to go and hang out in the park, to go to the beach, to drive to the car wash, to do A, B, C. It made me available. The fact that I didn't have all of those responsibilities, it made me more available for getting up to festivities with my friends. And it's not really that I do have those demanding responsibilities right now, but it has really come to that point that I'm tired. I'm really tired. Like, I just don't feel like doing it anymore. And yeah, it's such a strange feeling because, like, my mom and my partner and some friends have been demanding that, oh, Chumi, you need to do this. Oh, you need to sit at home. You need to. And I'll be like, why? Why do I need to sit at home? Like, why? Why? So I'm also just so glad that this whole thing of not feeling like doing a lot of festive things, it just came for itself. Like, nobody is forcing it. And I know that a number of my friends, oh, not like it's a bad thing, I know that they would associate it with my partner or my relationship. And when a relationship is starting, you would get a lot of remarks about, ever since you met this guy, you've changed and stuff. And for a very long time, I did not change. Well, I didn't change towards my friends. Like, we still went out and we were youthful as much as I could. And besides my relationship, I feel like right now, individually as well, like I have grown. I am growing in most aspects. I am growing so much. Like, even if I wanted to have time for some things, I just, early 30s are just, they're not a joke. They're really not a joke. And I don't know how to explain. I just don't know how to explain it. Like, in your early 30s, things just, they can't stay the same. Even if you want them to, you have to change. So, as somebody who, I did not grow up in a hurry. I didn't grow up in a hurry. I feel like I have been through every stage of my life thoroughly. I'm quite grateful for that. I am so grateful that there is not a single stage of my life that I had to miss for one reason or the other. I was saying to my partner the other day, I think it was before the holiday, I was saying to him, you know what? I don't think I am grateful, or we are grateful, or we acknowledge it enough in our relationship that things would just be so much different if I had a child. Because, like, every holiday I would have to go and bond, I don't know, would the child live with us? Like, I really don't know. No, I don't think my baby would live with us. I think they would live with my mom. But, like, what I'm getting at is, if my partner had met me and I have had, like, I have a child already, things are going to be much different. And I am so grateful that things are going the way that they are going now. Like, I'm very grateful, and when I look back right now, when I look back at all of my mother's teachings and everything, I really did not know that we were headed here, where we are right now. I really wouldn't have known. And the thing with abantu abadala, they don't explain things in many words. They really don't explain izinto in many words. If they say you are gonna sit at home, then you're just gonna sit at home. If they say boys are bad, like, then boys are bad. If they say you're not going to that party, then you're just not going to that party. They never explain into Urbana, listen here, and this is what we are trying with you. We want you to get to a certain age where you can make your own healthy decisions, and you have not behaved or allowed circumstances that are refraining you of that independence. And phew, I really am so grateful. Like I'm really grateful. And you know, with little things, like when I have money, I am thinking about my emptying my cart. I'm thinking about where I can go for a weekend, and I'm thinking about okay, I need a full tank, and I'm thinking about hey, I'm just the things that I think about. I don't think an ordinary early hey, I'm also, this thing gets to me, the fact that I'm not just 30, I am in my early 30s. Yo, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I know people don't talk about it enough, Sana. They don't talk about it enough. But anyway, being in my early 30s and the priorities is ibe, and my priorities being just taking care of myself is just, it gets weird. It gets weird because, like, yeah, everyone around me would be like, I'm taking my child to the garden route and stuff. They passed they passed really well, so she's going to show the grandmother their report, and I'll be there like, oh, okay, oh, that's nice. And shame, I've had like great relationships here in abantwana bechomi zabo. Like, oh, I love my babies so much, but like, yo, also this Linda ballet of being Auntie J for needs to stop. It needs to stop. But I enjoyed being Auntie J. Shame. I still do enjoy being Auntie J, but I've been so unavailable. I've been so unavailable for my babies. I've been so unavailable for even my friends, and there's nothing particular. There's no particular reason that I've been unavailable. It's just that Umtu has grown, and like izinto zitshintshile, my interests have changed, you know, and I'm having a good time with that. Like, I'm really having a good time with that. So with this thing, of having my independence for so long, and I am not quite young, like a lot of the time there are just so many young babies that that think ba ndiyintanga yabo, and sometimes I also do think bamele nyani. Like, I don't blame them for thinking ndiyintanga yabo, because like I don't blame them for thinking that ndiyintanga yabo, because also I don't have izinto that constitute abantu to be regarded as abantu abadala. Like, the babies know into yobana Auntie J is around, like, it's gonna be fun. Like, if Auntie J is around, kuzoba mnandi, and I really don't mind that. Like, why kungazoba mnandi? That's the other thing that has caused me into yobana ndivele ndidecide into yobana you know what, I can't do this anymore. They're like kids that come after me that have started to festive in my manner, and I honestly really, it would be unfair of me to be associated with their festivities, Shem, because like I'm old. I'm really, yeah, if that's the case, like, yo, andimdala shem. If I had an opportunity to do it all again, I would still go through every single thing that I went through, every single one. I would go through it again, and if I had an opportunity to do it again, I would still be right here, right now, saying this with the exact circumstances surrounding me. I would still be 33 and with no child and surrounded by the circumstances that are surrounding me right now. It is a really happy place, Shem. Like, you are, I would still choose this healthy environment and healthy upbringing, and the way that my mind decided to come together, like at this specific time, I would still choose to be somebody that's going through the things that I'm going through right now. Like, I appreciate everything more right now. Like, I would still, I am happy with the way that it is. And I hear people talking about economic factors that influence their decisions when it comes to having children, getting married, zonke ezi expenses. And I still think to myself, in Durabana, I would have still waited until ngoku. I am happy with the way that things are going right now, and antinazi economic factors. Hey, that's the other thing, you know. When you are listening to advices abantu, and when people tell you of their experiences, like, you must also be mindful of your real circumstance. Like, economic factors that affect most people. I don't go through the same economic. Naman. Iingxaki zabanye abantu azifani neengxaki zam. Ndineengxaki zam mna. And yeah, ke shem. Like, I'm fine mna. Ewe, ndiyaziva zonke izinto zisitsho ngabantu about the economy. Like, it's tough. Like, that's the truth. With that being said, do you feel like, because that life here has had a way to shape the way that it shaped, the way that it's shaping right now, zininzi izinto that do not affect me. Zininzi izinto ezingandichaphazeliyo. Like, yeah, a lot of things that are problems to most people don't affect me. And I wanna say this in a manner that is not offensive to the people I love, the people that share with me. But with that being said, ndiyayazi nabo, they know into yobana unwabisa is not going to be affected by most of the things that affect us, because of factors is till. And it's really good to be in such a position, and it is actually not easy. Hey, abantu see me here and they think into yobana, yo, hayi kaloku unwabisa, yo, and I don't even like ezi zinto bazithethayo ubana, yo, hayi kaloku we would never be the same as her, because like, yo, I don't like eza zinto, because the people are gonna miss getting to know me, just by summarizing my life from what they see. Kanti what they see, kuyahanjwa sana. Like, nothing really, like my life just like everyone else mna akhange ibe lula, but abantu babona kulula for one reason or the other. Okanye ke I make it look easy, but I've had my whooshems, I've had my my number, my yours num. I've had my you moments just like everyone. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time that you take to come and watch my videos, and I'm trying to get better at this. I hope nani can I am trying to grow my people. I want you guys to enjoy it here, and to be talking about things that are relatable and like also not really focusing on yeah, all the time. I'm fully aware that the people in Tetanabo are most likely people, most of the people in Tetanabo are people that don't know me personally. And as I say in my introduction on my channel in Dolbana, things that I am going to talk about mostly on my channel are going to be things ezidalwa yinto yobana I'm the only child, yabo. So most of my chronicles, the background story in Durban, I'm the only child. So yeah, thank you for watching The Only Child. Please subscribe and stay part of this awesome family, and thank you for watching.